beginning this week, Ben?
Star Wars.
You
I've been liking writing out the themed beginnings.
you need some sound effects, Ben.
I need a soundboard, is what I need.
I can help you with that, maybe, if I cared enough.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I actually didn't finish writing my opening. I didn't think of a way to introduce Mike.
By the way, Ben, I know we didn't talk about this, but I really like Mark Hamill on Flash.
Oh, yeah.
He's good. He's good.
What's Mark Hamill?
Yeah.
What?
I'll be honest. I cannot name a bunch of things that he's in.
He's the
He
Joker
he
in
was
Batman?
awesome.
Yeah.
He was awesome in Guyver.
He was also Luke Skywalker?
Chainsaw
I
the
don't know.
Trick.
I'm not sure who that was.
Hi.
Did anyone other than me see Guyver?
And-
The live action, the Guyver?
Oh,
Not
no.
Guyver. Guyver. Japanese anime turned real movie. Started with it, had Mark Hamill in it.
Did it? I
Oh,
like
yeah.
Mark Hamill. He's a kind
See,
of
that's
swell
the
guy.
advantage of being older than all of you guys.
Okay.
The advantage of being old, is that what you said?
Yep.
Also, it really doesn't count when he voices something. Just saying.
It was cool
Really?
when he popped up in Kingsman. That was pretty nice.
Yes.
That was
Oh,
that was
that's
a
right.
good
I forgot about
surprise.
that.
Yep.
I forgot about that, too.
Because you guys aren't true fans. That's all I'm saying.
So, Chris, my boss, I guess he just got engaged, and his girlfriend like sells suits at this like really like high end boutique in one of our properties, and he's like, yeah, she gets 75% off suits, but it's still like $2,500. I would never buy one. I was like, dude, really? Like,
If you were getting 75% off,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
only
everybody's-
$2,500, and you make enough money, you buy the $10,000 suit. Yes.
Absolutely.
$1,000 suit. I was just
You
like,
buy a $10,000 suit for $2,500. You're okay with that.
yeah.
If you're gonna marry her, you should be able to buy something at where she works.
You know, talking about marrying, can I just say how much I hate the song? What's that? What is it? Like Rude?
That is
Oh,
a song. Yes.
I'm gonna marry that girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why? It's basically a guy saying, "I
Do
don't
you
care
hate
if
the
you
song
like
because
or
you
don't
hate
like
the
me."
song, or do you hate the song because of the lyrics?
It's a little bit of both.
I'm assuming lyrics got to be most of it.
I mean, it is a little bit of both. Like, it's just an annoying fucking song, and the guy sounds like a prick. Like,
Yes. He's like,
not
"Hey,
necessarily.
hey, just so you know, I'm fucking your daughter. I'm gonna marry her whether you like me to or not, and it doesn't matter that I'm a horrible person.
Exactly.
You just need to be okay with it."
Right.
Yeah, it's
I don't
really yeah. If I was a dad, like if I had a daughter, I would hate that song more than I don't. I really don't like the lyrics now, but the song itself is catchy, which is unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
I guess my question is
All this should be on stream, by the way.
It is all on stream.
Oh, okay, good. Because I'm like, this
live
is
right now.
we're entertaining.
Yeah,
It says live in 10
the stream the stream right now says beginning in 10 minutes, but it has all the audio or should have all the audio pumping through.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah,
What's the channel name again?
ridiculous rants.
Oh, that's why I can't ever find it. Because I can't spell how you spell ridiculous.
It's my fucking last name.
Yeah, he types that in all the time.
Because
Never
yeah,
use your last name all the time. You know who does use your last name all the time? You.
Yeah.
And your wife. Possibly your
and people
siblings.
and people who were making a movie.
Yeah. Vin Diesel wrote my name a lot.
I don't think he actually wrote
He
it
had
down.
people for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure people just called him Riddick, and that was it.
Yeah, that's
And you,
that's the
sir,
point,
are no
Shiny.
Vin Diesel,
That is the point.
unless you
Yeah.
can. Wait, let me hear your group.
Dude, what if I
impersonation.
just like took off my shirt for this show?
No one wants to see that.
Oh
That
my
would be
god, it's so
interesting, I guess.
freaking
So-
hot.
So I just read through the lyrics. Like, I get it, but there's no context to this. He's literally just saying, you know what? I went and asked you, and you disapprove. Suck it.
Exactly. That's the
But
point.
that's it. That's it. It's not like, hey, I'm this great guy. It was just like, you know what?
Well, no, that's the point.
That's the point.
He's
That's why he
leaving
doesn't like
out
it.
all of the important things. Like, maybe you're a fucking tool and you don't deserve
Serve
to
my
marry
daughter.
her.
Exactly. Maybe you were incarcerated up until 2 days ago, and you got out, and we're like, hey, I'm gonna marry her anyway. You know, and
Also, by the way, he could be like a convicted felon drug abuser.
or
We
child
don't
molester.
know these
You don't know.
things. We're not given enough information.
Ben,
Thank
it
you,
looks like you
Tiny.
finally got the levels right.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, he
I
does
think
sound-
they've been right the last couple of episodes. Since we did that thing after one of the shows
By
a
the way,
couple weeks ago.
I didn't realize Mark Hamill was also the voice of Firelord Ozai in Avatar.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did. I knew that.
Well, I'm going through his IMDb now, so suck it.
Okay, I'm not sucking anything.
Although
What does
that would
hashtag
be a reason to
BTS
marry the
mean?
girl, whether or not the dad.
Behind the scenes.
Bitches that suck.
Oh, wow.
Behind the scenes. That's
He
that's
also
better.
played Luke Skywalker on Family Guy. Now, that's funny.
Yes. Why wouldn't he?
Because I'm sure plenty of shows that put those characters on don't actually have the actual
No,
character
no.
voices.
But
Family
Family
Guy and
Guy
Simpsons,
does
when they
that
have
a lot.
somebody showing up as them, it's them.
But to be fair, that's why I loved Futurama, because Al Gore was on Futurama.
He was also on Family Guy
Oh, is
and South Park.
yeah,
The
except
South Park
Family
one was
Guy's
probably
good.
the best was with the Man Bear Pig.
Say,
Although I don't
I-
think that was actually. Maybe it was. Did Al Gore do South Park?
I don't know.
I
I'll
don't
say
know.
I
don't
just
think
don't
so.
I don't hold a high enough standard for Family Guy to care who does whatever. That's all I'm saying.
I see. Ah.
Don't tell me you disagree. Or else I'm getting
No.
off the chat right now.
Oh, actually, I want to.
Okay, no, they were spoofing it. Thank God. But if Al Gore had actually gone on South Park and done the whole Man Bear Pig thing, he would honestly he could have run for president, and I would have voted for him just because of that.
That's very endearing to the rest of the country.
It's not like one vote matters.
I mean, it was a pretty damn funny episode.
It's funny enough in the game, which was really. In South Park in general, my only experience is the game. I never really liked the show, but the game's amazing.
What's wrong with you? The last 2 seasons have been phenomenal. But yeah, Stick of Truth was very good. You definitely, if you want to watch it, watch the last just go watch the last 2 seasons,
Yeah.
and you'll be like, wow. Do you follow football at all?
No.
All right, what do you follow? Well, they've probably spoofed something that you follow.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I've seen back in the day. I mean, I've seen Chim Pokemon and the Lord of the Rings
Okay.
episodes and stuff like that. I've seen
No,
random episodes, but just,
even
I
other
I
stuff
never
is good,
liked
though,
the show.
Like when they spoofed Occupy
no.
Wall Street, I thought that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. See, there he goes again, making
I almost
everything
fell.
loud
I'm
and weird.
sorry.
Now the audio's
sorry.
all fucked up again. No.
Oh shit! I need to turn this light on. It's only gonna get even hotter in here.
It's called.
Maybe
That's
you
how
should get
that's how
some
production
LEDs.
works,
Oh
man.
no, it's not working.
You can
Oh, it
get
is.
an internal AC that sits in the room. You don't even have to mount it in the window.
What? What don't I have to do?
I said
Don't tell me
you
what
can
to do.
buy an AC unit that goes in the room
So here's
without
the
mounting
thing.
in the window.
I know
But the
that.
better mic you have, the less noise you can have in the room.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it does because it catches things a lot better.
Yeah,
Like when you're on a
remember
film
when
set,
I had
you
this.
have to turn off air conditioners and stuff.
Yeah.
When you shotgun mics and things.
That's
So
why
get a
I
shittier
converted my
mic.
shitty mic.
Get a shittier mic.
Or, filter.
I get it because there's a guy named Mike on our show right now.
Oh,
No, I wasn't
That-
going for that, but I'll take it.
that's why we said it. Because we're funny.
That makes sense.
Thankfully, I got this glass of water that used to have like 12 ice cubes in it, and now it has 4.
All right, bud. I'm gonna go get something to drink.
Looks like we're live now.
Yep, but it's okay.
It's better.
Hurry up and come back so
More-
that we can start
yeah.
this show. Or we could start the show without him. What do...
Did we settle on topics, actually?
I don't know that we did. But who needs to settle?
Yeah, screw it.
I think we did.
We'll do it live.
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of just winging it.
Are we just gonna wing it?
No. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. This is me trying to do our intro music that you guys have probably never heard. Bum bum bum
Music?
bum
Why
bum
don't
bum
you just play it?
bum. What?
That doesn't sound familiar, but I've heard the intro
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. There's intro music, and we have our lovely intro. If you listen on iTunes, actually has Elias Toifexis speaking the entire beginning part. Which, if you guys don't know Elias Toifexis, he is the main character in what's that game called?
You're just ruining his
Deus Ex.
name right now.
Deus Ex. Deus Ex.
Yes,
Adam Jensen.
the iTunes intro is the one that I'm familiar with.
Yeah. He's actually the voice of quite a few people in video games. It's kind of cool. So thank you. I think that's actually mostly that was Justin Doss that got us that. So thank you, Justin, and thank you, Elias. It's very nice of you. I'm looking at it now. He was also in a few episodes of Smallville.
Yes.
That's cool. And Eureka. I loved that show. Did you guys ever watch Eureka?
was
Should
a
we
good show.
start?
Eureka's great.
Eureka was very good. Smallville, not so much.
I didn't hate Smallville, but I like.
did after like the 3rd season when I was like, oh, they're never gonna let him fly. I'm
Oh,
done.
see, I've only seen the first 3 seasons. So.
Well, then you're not missing anything.
Okay.
3 out of 10 is not a passing
I know
grade.
it's not a. I loved it.
I didn't say I loved it. I said I didn't hate it.
That's fair, I guess.
I guess, but for
That
you,
This
is
is
you
fascinating.
loving it.
but for
man.
you, that's loving it because.
No.
Oh, no, actually, no. He's more of a fanboy than I am. He likes way more stuff than me, Ben.
I also dislike a lot of things. You missed me shitting all on Lost earlier.
That's
Oh, I
yeah.
think Lost. Okay,
Yeah.
see, we agree on that. All right, I'm good. We're even then.
We can have a whole discussion on Lost
Why it's
another
music.
time.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm going to start the show. All right. It's another nerdy night as my round table joins me, sitting on the Death Star, hovering above Yavin 4 as we try to destroy a rebel base. I'm helping direct the attack as your Sith Lord, Ben Riddick. Joining me this week is a man who assures me that the exhaust port is nothing to worry about, Sam Chen.
Yeah. It's the size of what, 2 wombats? Come on. It's fine. It's fine.
And sitting here as the lowly Gungan prisoner, Misa thinks he's called Chris Bonani.
Really, the prisoner.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I mean, come on, that's the only way to
Wow.
have a Gungan around. And as a diplomat from Coruscant's Imperial Senate, Mike DeMarco.
Yeah, I guess
Pre-Empire,
so.
post-Empire.
Imperial Senate is
Blow him
post-Empire.
up. Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
Yep.
I really appreciate you backing me up on that one.
Hey, I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, it's too many questions. Let's go ahead and start the show with what the active questlines topic. With what games are you playing? What are you doing? What has been going on this last week? Mike, you've been on the show 3 times now. You're almost a regular
Yes.
guest.
Yeah,
That's
3
kind of-
times.
It's kind of exciting.
It is exciting. I love being on the show.
I love having you on the show. You're a great co-host. Unlike these two other guys that sometimes join me. What have you
shade.
been doing?
What's up with me?
He is.
Yeah.
I am, day to day, still looking for work. Not playing too much at the moment. Really, I'm dealing with a lot of technical stuff with our shows, with my shows, trying to get them working cross country, which is not easy. But I think
If you ever need help, let me know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do this
Ben can tell you
show.
everything to not do.
Yeah, I can definitely help you skip all of the stupid ass mistakes I've made
Yeah.
and continue to make.
It's all a learning process.
Yeah. Sam, how about you? What have you been up to?
So it's been more recent, but I've been obsessed with the Sing app from Smule, which is like a
The
karaoke.
Sing app?
So it's a karaoke app for your phone.
So wait. I need to understand this. You're playing a karaoke game on your phone.
So you can sing horribly to yourself?
But it's more
Wait.
than
Wait. So the Asian stereotype that Asian people love karaoke is true?
Of course it is.
It's 100% true. Yeah.
Listen to Bay. How do you not verify that every day?
I don't go to a lot of karaoke clubs, so I
So
specifically try to avoid them most of the time.
So here's the cool thing. So like an artist could potentially like record their own song in there, and then you can sing the duet to it. It's really cool because it's like you're singing with the artist. Ben, if you're saying something, I can't hear you.
Give me an example.
Okay, so this is Jason Derulo and Luke Bryan singing "Want You to Want Me," want to want me, and it was on YouTube. That's why I even saw this. So he records
And
half of
here
it.
comes our copyright strike on YouTube right now.
Yeah. Killed.
I don't know if it'll pick it up.
I think they're really, really sensitive, so
Sucks to be you.
it really would not surprise me.
Just gotta put a giant beep over
So he basically
that
like
whole 3 or 4
Mr. Derulo
seconds.
goes on and sings half of his song, and then anyone can sing the other half and post it. And so like even if you go on there and you don't sing at all and you never record anything, you can watch like two people singing a song, and it's kind of amusing. It really kind of is.
It's kind of amusing.
Yeah, it sounds
Look, I found
kind
it
of
yesterday,
amusing.
and I've just been playing with it for a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else, or is that it?
I've been like not playing Batman, and I really want to finish.
God, I wanna play
I've
Batman,
noticed a lack
Well,
of
here's my thing,
both
like-
you and Chris being on PSN.
I feel
Yes.
like that's my big thing is that it's no longer like I get home, I get on PSN, and I've got like 4 to 5 people who are on to like
Nope.
chat with while I play.
Well, that's the thing. I've gotten on like I've been playing a lot of Halo 4. And before I play Halo 4, I always jump on PSN and I'm like, "Oh, I might play something on PSN if Chris and Sam are on." And then I look and I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm going to go play Halo."
We're
What's
kind of
the-
waiting for
like-
about 28 days or so.
Yeah. I mean that's the thing, right? You get like I do that too. But that entire process takes 10 minutes.
No,
Yeah.
I get on and then I will like run a couple Crucible games just to get something going, and then I'll be like, all right, no one else is getting on, I'm done.
Gotcha.
That being said, we could just message each other.
Well, I was
We
thinking
could.
about that. I was like,
We all have
there
each
is a
other's
better
phone
way to
numbers.
do this.
Also, all in one chat on PSN, which people actually do pay attention to it. So
It's because it's on my phone.
exactly.
How about you, Chris? What have you been doing?
Okay, so I've been doing a ton of theory crafting right now.
Mhm.
That's kind of the biggest thing. They announced all the rest of the cards for Hearthstone for the new expansion that comes out this month. And I've been going through and doing different decks, trying different stuff out, and just having fun playing the game. It's the new stuff is going to be pretty good. I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I wish I continued to be in Hearthstone, just because I feel like
They kicked him out. They were
no,
like,
it's
You're gone.
It's not even that they kicked me out. It's just that I got into it for a really brief amount of time and then I stopped playing. You know what I mean?
I haven't even touched it. I
Yeah.
just haven't.
I mean, Chris keeps trying to talk me to get back in it, and like I do consider it, and the fact that I haven't been playing is not a reason to not play again.
Yeah.
That being said,
Well, let's see.
both
You've got
Dick,
you've got a new set coming out. So basically, the entire metagame is going to change as soon as that set comes out. So none of the decks that are currently out there are like must-haves. If you get the new set, you have some of the base set, and they have that deal going on still. For $50, you have 50 packs, the back, and all that kind of stuff. If you do that as a bundle, it actually makes a lot of sense. Because you can get right into it from there.
I might get back into it soon.
Without having to stress about it.
If you get back into it, I'll get back into it just to kick your ass.
I need a PS4.
You probably
and
would.
Destiny
I was.
first.
What was that?
I need to get a PS4 and Destiny first.
Do it. Do it.
Ooh, if you do
Taunt us
that,
by
I'll-
paying so much less than we are.
That's the plan. I'm gonna get the Taken King like set and just catch all the way up.
Yep.
Everything shiny in the chat says too many games coming soon to get involved in Hearthstone right now.
Exactly.
Which I absolutely don't disagree with. What? Oh, I guess it's my turn. I've been playing Halo, and Chris. So I remember when I started replaying Halos 1, 2, and 3. You were talking about how you weren't liking Halo 4 and the things
Correct.
that you didn't like about it. And I didn't notice it so much in the first couple of missions, but now that I've gotten into some of the later missions, at least like the middle 3, like missions like 4, 5, and 6, probably, are incredibly repetitive. Like there is one mission where
you're
you
running
have to,
through the same area, and then the same area, and then the same area.
and,
You're
and
like,
you're
what
doing
am I
the
doing?
exact same thing, and it's incredibly time consuming. And they don't. I feel like in the first 3 Halos, they hid the repetitiveness a lot better. Like I mean, every single game out there is repetitive. It's just all about how well they hide how repetitive it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like Halo 4 is not hiding it as well. That being said, I am enjoying the story
Okay.
of Halo 4, that is. And now that I'm on mission 8 right now, it's a very different mission than any other Halo game that I've played. Shiny has a question for everyone. What is everyone here's favorite Halo game? So I will personally, I'm going to say Halo 2, especially with the remastered one, with all of the beautiful freaking cutscenes that Blur did. I thought it was just amazing. And the story in 2 is my favorite. How about you, Mike?
I've only fully played through 1 and 2 on Xbox, so 2 is still my favorite too, as well.
Okay. Sam?
My favorite is Gears of War 3.
Okay. Good to know.
No, I like the Halo games, but they're kind of a blur, and I don't, 3, probably 3. I haven't gone through 4, so.
Gotcha. This is my first time going through 4, and I still haven't played Reach, which I've heard has a pretty good story, but otherwise is not good.
ODST, actually, but.
Oh, yeah, ODST. I liked that one. That one was cool.
I'm a 2 guy. So.
You're a 2 guy?
Halo 2, yeah.
You should really, really play the remastered one, Chris, because the cutscenes and the remastered audio is just phenomenal.
I'm having fun playing Hearthstone, so it's...
Yeah, definitely what you should be doing is spending more money replaying an old game.
Well, I already
has
have
the
it.
game already.
Oh.
It came with my Xbox.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have it too, then. I should play.
Yes.
No, you don't, because it's only on disc.
Really?
No digital. No digital. Unless Ben has it digital, and you can steal it from him real quick.
Wait, I play it digitally, but I never bought the digital game, so how do I do that?
You have the physical copy.
But
Master
I-
Chief Collection,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
And maybe it's a digital download from it. That might be what
Yeah,
it is.
but I never have the disc in when I play it.
This sounds too complicated.
Go into Google.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
anything about Xbox. I absolve myself of all guilt.
Let's go ahead. Let's move on. I am going to be trying out a new way of uploading this to YouTube, in that it's uploaded in segments. So I really want this the uptime command to work so that I can do that properly.
Too hard to just edit videos on your own.
Well, no, at least this way I know the general area of where it leaves off. So let's get into our topics for the night. We all have a lot of stuff that we want to talk about, and I believe our opener should be kind of a good example of a lot of the things we're going to talk about today.
So it's not mine.
So let's go ahead and start with Chris's topic.
Yay.
All right. Wait, what's my topic again? No, just kidding. So,
Okay, done.
all right. So,
And copyright strike number 2. Damn it, Sam.
No, I sing horribly enough. It won't pick it up.
hold on. Let me just do something real fast.
You're gonna
Okay.
play it?
Done. No. I was, but then I was like, you're right. It's gonna mess with copyright, so I'll
Yes,
be
Yes,
nice.
please.
it's not
Please
fun.
don't.
Okay, so especially Disney now. So Disney, Star Wars, a couple huge announcements from Star Wars. I've been a fan of Star Wars my entire life, and I'm pretty sure most people who play video games hardcore are. If not, and they're Star Trek geeks, then I can't help you.
Aren't they called
If you like Star Trek
Trekkies?
more than Star
Or
Wars,
is that derogatory? I always forget.
What the Star Trek is, it is what it is. But Star Wars, big announcements at a D23. You have my favorite announcement is obviously 2 new theme parks, or 2 new additions to the parks,
New
minimum.
expansions is what
And they were
calling them.
40 acres, right?
Yes.
14.
14 per park.
14 acres added on for
Apparently the largest expansion.
of any theme parks that
Mhm.
Disney's owned. I still
in-
wish
both in
they had
Anaheim
just
and
bit the
Orlando.
bullet and
Yeah.
created an entire park revolving around the new properties, which would be what I would have. It makes more sense. But adding 14 acres of Star Wars to both parks is going to be amazing.
Well, with
Completely
all of their new
immersive.
properties, Disney's not allowed to do a Marvel park in Orlando.
Yeah.
They have a non-compete with Universal until a certain
Right.
date, and then after that date, there's a thing, because it's a big, long thing. But
It's not even really to a certain date. It's just like how the movies are, where they can keep making movies to keep the license. As long as Universal keeps maintaining the rides that they have, they keep the license.
And the only thing that Universal can't do is they can't update any of the Marvel stuff to be what the current MCU
which is what's
at.
going to happen is Disney is going to replace it by doing that.
Not
But
necessarily,
that's
because if they
talk
continue
about.
to
So let's talk
maintain
about-
what they
Let's
have.
talk about the main topic, though. Disney,
Yeah.
Star Wars Land, which is going to be fun. It's going to be immersive. I can't wait the amount of years it's going to take for them to build that. And then we have some new. So that's huge. What do you?
I love some of the concept art for this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I just love what they're saying about it. Like the fact that all of the stores and restaurants and everything are going to be run by aliens and robots, and it's all very in-universe, and like
Yep.
Disney knows how to do that, and it's going to be awesome.
Well, if
Yeah,
you've
Star
been
Wars,
out to MGM or Hollywood Studios or
Yep.
whatever the heck they're going to
It's
rebrand it
Hollywood
to,
Studios, yeah.
when you go there now, it is pretty immersive. They had it for a time where even that one little section, you can wander around and feel like you're not in that park, and that's just one ride, and it makes you feel like it. What's cool though is they said that everything that happens in the parks will be canon, including
Yeah.
the rides.
hmm
So everything that happens, so Star Tours is going to have to, if you really have C-3PO and R2-D2 taking people on tours, then that actually is going to have happened in the universe, which is an
Yes.
interesting way of doing it, that everything is now canon.
Well, Star
Um,
Tours was already slightly canon. It takes
Yeah.
place before New Hope.
Yeah.
No, they placed it there, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying the fact that all the new stuff is going to be part of
Yeah,
the
they're going to
canon.
continue canon. The big new ride is Episode 7, the Millennium Falcon ride that they're adding.
Woo!
Oh yeah, it's going to be amazing. So I was talking about that, and then that led us into the new exclusive PlayStation that's going to be coming out. That is the Darth Vader PlayStation.
Yes.
With the side profile of Darth Vader on the side of it, and that is amazing.
I'm kind of bummed that you jumped into this as part of your topic when I said this is what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna.
Nope, it's too late now. I'm gonna have to think of a new topic.
Yes.
I thought we were organizing all the Star Wars together.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were just gonna roll into it.
But it would have been a good segue,
Well,
Ben.
I also
Good
wasn't
job,
done
Blaine.
talking about Star Wars Land. I mean,
Okay.
I was still
Yeah, we
I was
should
still
talk
into
about Star
talking
Wars
about
Land.
that.
All right, well, let's back up then.
Because I mean, like, having read through it, there's a lot of cool things that it sounds like there's going to be. Like, they announced the two main attractions. One of them, which allows visitors to board the Millennium Falcon and fly what is described as a secret mission.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Which
And
could
that's
tie
episode
A
directly.
ride
It
in
can
the
tie
Millennium
directly
Falcon?
into their properties.
Yeah.
And is this one set? They haven't announced yet if it's going to be set. Is it set in Episode 7?
Yeah.
Or-
That's the Force Awakens ride.
It is the Force Awakens ride. Okay.
Oh, no. The Millennium Falcon one isn't. Is it? No, the
No, I
Millennium
believe
Falcon one isn't.
That's supposed to take
It's
place
the
during
other
Episode
one.
7, and then Star Tours is getting a new variant for Episode 7 as well.
See, because what I'm reading right now
yeah.
is it says the other ride is a battle that puts visitors between the New Order and the Resistance from
There
Star
you
Wars:
go.
The Force Awakens.
Yep.
Okay. I thought
Because
that was
I
the new
thought
one, right?
the Millennium Falcon was going to be a mission that took place. Because what you have to understand is next year is the next movie, which is going to be coming out. Which, if you haven't seen, they have pics
Rogue
from the
One.
cast.
Yes.
Rogue One,
Ah.
which is going to be
Freaking Alan
taking place
Tudyk is going to be in it.
before Episode 4.
And Donnie Yen.
And
What?
you have a place there for a Millennium Falcon ride to take
Absolutely.
place, because the next standalone in 2 years from then is supposed to be the Han Solo standalone,
Yeah.
Right.
where it's him with the Millennium Falcon, and that logistically ties into when they would be opening everything.
Yeah. I love Shiny here says he tried to convince his wife that we need a Star Wars PS4. It didn't work. I was able to convince my wife that getting a Star Wars PS4 was the shit. So I don't know what's wrong.
I feel like the way with PS4s now is like you can at least make money off of it.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you're gonna make money off of it.
Well, off of that, the problem with PS4 right now, and that's what I was going to talk about. Yeah, it just kind of segue in there. I wanted to talk about the fact that there's so many freaking PS4 exclusive, different PS4s now.
Models.
It's just-
yeah.
There's so many models.
Let's actually
And-
let's go ahead and shift topics. Let's
Okay.
start talking about these PS4s.
Okay.
Or just these custom consoles in general.
Yeah.
Because that was what I wanted to talk about. I mean, a big thing, like you're mentioning, is these consoles come out. These special edition consoles come out way after people already have these consoles.
The people who actually would have wanted to buy it, you have to now just go chuck down another $600
Yeah,
for some of them.
400.
No, some of them are. I've seen close to 600 for some.
Well,
Like
no,
for-
I mean,
for
like,
some of the special editions. The Star Wars one is 400.
Yeah.
I mean, like the
So is the Metal Gear 1, and so
Yeah,
was
the Taken
Destiny
King.
1, and
The Taken
Yeah.
King one
I
is
think-
going to be what? Is it 400 or is it
Yeah,
more
it's
expensive?
400.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, I even think the limited like edition one last year was 400. It just like immediately
For as
shot
long as the
up.
PlayStation
I-
price has been 400, the new bundles have been too.
So what I assumed Chris was talking about is last gen. There were a bunch of consoles that
Oh.
came out that were price pointed higher.
Oh yeah,
than-
yeah.
Well,
sure.
the
Well,
PS3
have you
was
seen
600.
some of the ones that are going to be exclusive overseas that you can't get here?
Yes.
So, like the Metal Gear Solid one,
Which
you
looks
can't.
awesome.
There's a Metal Gear Solid 5 themed PS4, and you can pre-order it in the United Kingdom, but you cannot get it in the United States. So
Which would
you get to
therefore make it
smuggle it in.
There's more than one though. I think I see the one you're talking about, the red one.
The red one.
That's the UK one.
Just where were all these at lunch? It would have.
Yeah,
I
I know.
understand the point is to get people excited to buy stuff, but I think
Mhm.
the real fans of the PlayStation already have it. You know?
I'm just glad that I didn't convince Lee to buy the limited edition Destiny one.
Yep.
Because the Darth Vader one looks pretty awesome. And Shiny, I'm sorry, I don't think we're going to be keeping the original PS4 that we have. So I don't think Leah's going to get a TV to go with her Star Wars PS4.
But you could sell the original PS4 and buy the No, I'm just kidding.
You could sell your PS4 now, and then, while it's still worth something, then buy a used PS4 and a crappy TV for her.
That's true. That's true. I will say, I do have one pretty major complaint about the PS4, the Star Wars Limited Edition PS4, and that is compared to another Star Wars Limited Edition console that came out, this one's kind of crap. Xbox 360 released a Star Wars themed Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And
the R2D2 one?
the one that is skinned out completely
Right.
as R2D2.
Right.
And comes with a controller that is skinned out as C-3PO.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, awesome, slick looking console. Amazing. I wanted it so badly, but I didn't want an Xbox at the time.
But like, wasn't all of that except for maybe the controller part like something that was like replicatable? Like you could have replicated that.
But so here's another thing that the limited edition Xboxes do. They have special sounds for all of the things that they do, including turning on, opening the disc tray, everything. They have special sounds.
That's interesting.
That is
but I don't know. Like this Darth Vader PS4 still has the good look. It's got a special controller.
Oh,
Yep. And it
but
has,
the special controller isn't like again.
Is it really
I'm
only
getting
$400? Because it's going to have 4 games.
Yeah, it comes with. There's 2 versions. There's the Battlefront one, which comes with Battlefront plus
Okay.
all the classic games, and then there's also an Infinity one that comes
Infinity
with
one.
the Disney Infinity set plus all the classic games. It's like
And it
4
has-
classic Star Wars games.
Yeah,
Is the
that's
Infinity
crazy.
one also?
Plus,
It's like Super
Luke
Star Wars,
Skywalker,
TIE
Leia,
Fighter,
and
whatever.
Rise Against the Empire playset piece. So you have
Right.
and Boba Fett, 4 pieces,
Yeah,
4 Disney Infinity.
That-
I can't believe
that-
that would be 400.
That makes sense.
that's
a
the
Walmart
better
exclusive.
value one if you're looking at getting more for the money.
Yeah.
Like
If
Disney
that's really 400, then
Yeah.
that's insane.
No,
That's
that-
a great
both
deal.
400.
That's a
No.
Walmart exclusive though. So
Yeah.
like
Okay.
that makes sense. Someone else threw money in there.
Yeah.
You know, like when you threw money at the screen for Destiny, but they
Although
put it in the
I do have to say that I might have to go with that one. I didn't even notice that one.
Yep.
Yeah, there's 2.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
And that's the thing, is that the Boba Fett figure is also PlayStation exclusive for
Yep.
a while.
Mhm.
Timed exclusive.
I just feel
Yeah,
like
these-
PlayStation is getting all of the good exclusives for everything. The more I was looking into, the games that are coming out, and you have Battlefront, you have Black Ops 3 is going to have PlayStation exclusives, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they have a deal with PlayStation for
We're
exclusives.
seeing a huge shift from Xbox
have,
to PlayStation. This
And I found out, I read somewhere that the Division is going to have exclusives, I think, on PlayStation also.
Yep.
So
Why
it's
did-
even
why
it's
did we
just
get an
why did you
Xbox?
buy the
It's because of the
Xbox?
hardware sales. PlayStation has been outselling Xbox since launch, like
Yep.
10-1 or something, like something
Yeah.
crazy amount.
Ooh, I didn't notice that the controller
Well, I bought mine because it was so
has like 2 different colored buttons.
Yeah, red
and
on the-
blue.
on the.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh. And they look all chromy, and the
I
the
thought
rest
you
of the
said
buttons
it,
look
it,
very-
it, it didn't look that good.
So I did say that.
He looked at it
Because-
from the front. He didn't see the back.
Yeah. And
What do you want when you put a disc in for it to do the like something like that?
I never put a fucking disc in my PS4, so I don't know if I would care that much. But
Exactly.
like the turn-on sound, I wouldn't mind it being something like that.
Okay. I'm pretty
I-
sure somebody could write code for that and hack a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Could, but who wants to go through the
Then-
trouble of that?
Yeah.
Someone out there
Not
does.
geeks. Definitely not geeks.
And then you can also skin your own PlayStation for like $30, which isn't too bad. Have you guys
That's a
seen all
thought
of
I've
those?
always had. I've always kind of had a blind eye towards the special like edition consoles, because it's like you're picking one thing that your PlayStation's going to look like for the entire lifespan you use it, and you
I
can't
want to
really.
see if the one with Darth Vader was like 3-dimensional, had like depth to it. It wasn't just a skin.
Right.
That would be cool. If it was like carved into it, the helmet, the shiny, you know what I'm talking about? Like if it was
Yeah.
the
I don't
black
think
plastic,
so.
that would be well worth it.
I would really love it if someone like bought that console. They were like, "Oh yeah, now I need to install my Nyko databank," and like half the console's covered.
Somebody will probably do that too.
Well, I mean that's the thing. Like I think some of these things are like nice to haves. Like, and I think
Yeah.
PlayStation
I
will win
can't-
some people over, but like, who really
I
cares?
do like the Destiny one looks amazing. Coming out.
You can
Yeah.
buy it.
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not.
So the Division
that's-
is coming with exclusive content to Xbox One. I
I
had
thought
to
the
double
Division was
check
coming
since.
exclusive to PlayStation. It's
No,
Xbox.
no. So I was double checking because Shiny in the chat was saying that he thought Xbox had exclusives, which would make
Oh,
sense
which
because
no, because that's what I had heard originally, and then I heard I read somewhere that it was different. But all right,
I'm
that makes me
reading
feel
it
so
now.
much better.
They might each have some stuff, but I remember I was surprised because Division showed up at Xbox's conference at E3.
Yeah.
That being said, I would
Um,
also really like it if they didn't like make you choose. Like, I think Destiny was fine, right? Because they just said one console has this kind of exclusive. I don't think like one console should have some exclusives and the other one has different exclusive. Like,
It's
Well,
all
that's-
it's all
that's-
timed anyway. That's the main thing to
Yeah.
like people forget about. All that kind of stuff is
Yes.
timed for only a certain
Because
amount.
the Xbox people still have Hawk Moon now, right?
No. Not until
It's not
Taken
been a
King
year,
comes
yeah.
out.
I know, but that's the point. Like, basically, they're going to get it and have nothing to do with it because it's an
Yeah.
MMO. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's like playing World of Warcraft and being like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a level like 10 weapon exclusive, or level 60 back in vanilla. When is it? When does it due? In a year. Okay, sure, because that's going to be useful to anyone. That's the problem with it. It's the same thing with the Division. If you're going to play, that's why we got the Xbox then. If
Sure.
you're going to play, you play on Xbox because you want to have the exclusive content.
Don't pick the console with all your friends. Just play on whichever console has the exclusives.
But you just make your friends
Dude.
get that.
I was gonna say, if your friends don't have that console, they're not your friends.
If
Ooh.
you have to give them like a year notice, which we did with the Division.
By the way,
kind of
Ben,
like, by the way,
You got the Xbox first, and we both followed. So I'm just saying.
I know. I'm a
I-
trendsetter.
I got it for one reason and one reason
Because
only.
you win them in
Summer
contests and shit.
Yeah. Half of the shit I own, I won. Like my Vita, my 3DS, and my Xbox One, I all won those.
Such bullshit.
Oh, and my iPad. I won that too.
Sorry.
It's great. Anyways, so overall feelings on special consoles, Mike?
I mean, they're good if you couldn't jump in early and like you can get a good deal on like a nice bundle or something. But typically, if I mean, I'm usually an early adopter. I don't really care much. I'd rather have the base console that's flat. If I wanted to put a design on it, I could.
Mhm.
I like having a plain base to work with if I wanted to actually make it special instead of having something that's pre-built and then you can't really do anything with.
That makes
Or you
sense.
wouldn't want to because then you'd block it and cover it and stuff.
How about you, guys in the chat? I want your opinions as well, but I'm going to switch to Sam. What's your opinion? Just short opinion on these exclusive fancy consoles.
If you just stop talking. No, I think I'm with Mike. And I think the other thing is like I am not a fan of any company who essentially like punishes an early adopter. Like I feel like that's the wrong way to go with
Fair
anything you
enough.
do. Doesn't matter.
you say
what
this company.
Wait,
Not
where did
saying-
you get that?
Not saying they're doing anything.
Is that the Nepal thing, or
Yeah.
where did you get your? Yeah. What
It's
is
just-
that?
But I've got them. I've got one. My wife's got one.
I don't have one.
Sorry about your luck.
Your wife doesn't even play. No. Just,
She watches me play enough. It's honorary. She's fine.
Everything's shiny in the chat says he loves them, makes me want to buy another. If there is a No Man's Sky special edition, I'm getting it for sure.
That would be
Uh,
tempting.
Yeah.
Like a No
Shiny,
Man's Sky.
I have
Holy
some
crap.
snake oil.
Now
If you
there's a
would-
game that you'll get lost in.
Oh God, yeah. Chris, how about you? Overall opinion.
Oh, again, it's something that is great for to get more people to buy your console down the road, which is what it's being used for. I really do like the fact that you can kind of self-skin. You can do things on your own, and
The
I think
internet
that's
is really wonderful because of all the stuff that people make.
the
Yeah.
internet is phenomenal.
Yeah, and that's I think that's my biggest thing is why doesn't PlayStation or Xbox or whatever just make it really easy for you to switch out those things?
Well,
That's actually
Xbox
something I've
did
thought about
that.
for a long time. If they made it so that
Take the covers
plates,
off and change them
the
out.
plates
Yeah.
weren't interchangeable,
You
and then
can
they
you
could
can
sell
change like
as many as
half
they
of
want.
the PlayStation.
They would
That's
sell
it, though.
so
Yeah.
many plates.
But
that
here's
way.
the thing: Xbox tried that and it didn't sell.
No, but my point is like, even if you weren't doing it, okay, even if Xbox put, let's call it $100,000 more, in the grand scheme of things, to design like a latch mechanism to swap those out, and they didn't push it themselves, like, and they didn't have to put a marketing budget, they didn't license,
They just
you
allowed
let users,
Third party.
yeah, you just like made it easy to get like replica copies, especially now when 3D printing exists. All of a sudden, you can just be like, I guarantee you, if Xbox did that with the Xbox One and said, you know what, you can go to the Microsoft store, we'll 3D print you one, like people, and you pay $30, people would show up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Especially because the Xbox One is ugly as fuck.
What, this
Like-
brick? Tell me
It
They
more.
doesn't-
put
Yeah.
zero thought into making that console. It is ginormous.
Well, I mean, it was designed to be hidden behind your
Exactly.
TV, so they didn't really
Yeah.
worry about it too much.
Yeah, because that's what people have done with flat screens that are mounted on walls for years.
Yep.
Because they're so ahead of the time, Microsoft. Those people.
Alrighty.
No
Um,
sarcasm.
I think it's about time to jump into the next topic. Let's go, Sam. Let's do your topic.
Yay!
What's yours?
So the general gist is, I think it's probably last week, within the last week. I have an article right here. I just look at it. Fact check, yeah. Yeah, last week, August 14th. So it was announced that HBO was basically buying from Sesame Street's like parent company the rights to basically make Sesame Street, so to speak. And it ends up being like, it's actually pretty cool because it's not like your kids will not be able to watch Sesame Street on PBS. Or HBO is basically getting an exclusive for like 18 months.
Right. They're not going to be able to watch new episodes of Sesame Street. Old episodes are
Correct.
still going to be in syndication
Well,
on
and
PBS.
they're going to get the new episodes. They're just not going to get them immediately.
Right.
They're going to get them down the road, which, to be honest, I think what works out really great here is that it's not like they were making a bunch of money from PBS. PBS was only contributing, I think, like 10% of the production cost. So, like, kids are going to get twice as many episodes, and it's going to be good. Like, there's a ton of production value.
By the way, everyone, this episode of Nerdy Night Radio is brought to you by the letters H, B, and O.
It's so true. Where one character on each show must die.
Well, I was gonna say, have you seen the art for the Sesame Street merged with like True Detective?
No.
It is phenomenal. It's
so
like Big
bad.
Bird, and it's got the city behind it, and it's Sesame Street. Basically everyone must die. Yeah.
Nice. No, but I think it's a really cool way of like kind of privatizing something, and I think there are people who are complaining, oh, now parents have to buy HBO, which is very violent TV channel with nudity, and I'm like, but who cares? Like at the end of the day, like something that may have gone away otherwise still exists,
Yep.
which kind of brings me
I
to
think
like
it's awesome.
the offshoot of this, which is obviously like not necessarily recently, but we know like Top Gear is going to Amazon, right? And Amazon's going to get all this stuff. But I think one thing that I didn't think about until someone
Well,
brought
not
it
Top
up.
Gear. But
Sesame
Yeah,
Street.
sorry. The Top
Says
Gear
LOE.
people. are going to Amazon to produce a similar show. But I think the interesting thing about how the landscape shifted is that we're now in a mode where they're not going to be necessarily beholden to advertisers, right? Amazon's not selling advertising for the the new Top Gear show, so they can say whatever the fuck they want, and unless they get a lot of social backlash, that show can keep going without advertisers saying like, I'm going to pull my money because you have Donald Trump on your show. So I just think it's kind of interesting the way content is shifting, right? Away, like pretty much away from networks to like companies who really don't belong in content but kind of do now. And I think it's just interesting because I think content's going to evolve because you're not going to be beholden to ads.
I think ads are going to evolve. I think really that's a big thing that's going to be happening, is they're going to find a new way to get into this market as well. We just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Amazon, HBO, all of that, it's all pay to watch. They don't need ads. They do their ads either if they're going to do it, it's product placement like in the old days where it was like, try my new, Ford Focus. Yes, it has navigation. You've seen that in all the new shows, right?
Right.
My favorite is The Walking Dead. That train wreck of a show. Is that people are still driving like brand new cars that never came out, and they're like spotless. There's tons of shows like that where it's like
it's because it's a Ford Focus. No one wants to drive that.
Look at the new blah blah blah. Yeah, they raided the dealership and they raided the factory. Oh, this is next year's model. We got it. But anyway, the shows that we're talking about with Netflix, with Amazon, with all of those picking it up, and HBO, you pay for your content so that there is not advertising. That's what I like about them, is you don't have to deal with commercials. I'm paying for what I want to see.
So I guess here, let's ask another question. Let's say I gave you $2 off on your Netflix per month, and what it meant was between episodes of shows that do the continuous play, I could serve you advertising for like 2 minutes. Nope.
Yeah, I'd pay the extra $2.
Yeah, not worth it for $2 a month. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I think that's fascinating.
That's worth so much more to me. You think about it. $2 for 2 minutes. So
how much time a month are you saving by not watching 2 minutes between every episode of a show on Netflix?
Yeah.
Especially when you're
hours of time.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, like Lee and I just recently binge watched Friends.
Yep.
How many episodes does Friends have?
Right
like
now.
Almost 200?
So like,
200.
how many of you guys have Kindles?
I do.
No.
How many of you
I
have
3, actually.
How many of your Kindles are special editions? Are with like the special options?
2.
Like,
Mine is.
what if you could create that model? I'm not saying you can't, because like it's Netflix, right? Like it's a little different from like your Kindle sitting on your nightstand.
Oh no,
showing
okay,
you
I'm sorry.
advertising.
So I have one Kindle that has the ads.
Doesn't bother
I
me,
have.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, but the
It doesn't
ads don't
bother
interrupt
me
my
because
reading.
yeah, exactly. It doesn't
The ads
interrupt
are there,
what I'm doing.
like when the Kindle's off.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me because I don't have to ever look
So
at
what
it.
if you could skip them? What if you could like it's auto?
I didn't pay the extra money to skip them.
No. Okay. So what I'm saying is like much in the same way, a lot of YouTube ads right now are longer form, but you only have to watch like 5 seconds of them, and then you can skip them. But like I find myself on autoplay, I will finish watching the ad just because I'm too lazy to like find the button and click it.
Sam, you were talking to the person that gets upset when I download a free app and it has ads at the bottom and I can't pay to get rid of the ads.
Yeah.
No, but what if Netflix, and then that's why we're paying Netflix to run its content, is because it is ad-free, Sam. Otherwise, it would be network television that we wouldn't pay for, and we would have to sit through ads.
I paid the $10 on the Reddit Pictures app, so I didn't have to see ads every once in a while.
Just to put it in perspective, I don't pay for Netflix, and I have a friend who pays for it. I've tried to give her money.
Yes,
for
but
it.
you are notoriously cheap.
But I pay to be cheap.
For
Should
that.
we explain how you get some of your video games too?
The exact
No.
same way you get them.
Except I'm the one that buys most of the video games for the person I share it
So
with.
what you're saying is your friend sucks while my friend is awesome.
Basically, I think that's what he was getting to.
I actually think what I'm saying is I have less of a life than my friend.
Sorry, buddy.
Either way, it's the same thing. But no, it is. It's a value money transaction. You know that. It's
Yeah,
how
no,
much
no.
it. What's it worth?
I guess I'm saying like, could you live in a world where Netflix did have an ad supported model? But
Mike,
like,
you've
not-
been
like
you've been
that-
kind of
don't
quiet
have to do
on this.
Yeah.
What is your opinion here? Would you pay the extra? You would pay the extra, right?
It would depend on availability. Like right now, I probably wouldn't because I can't afford it. But
Okay.
if I had the cash, yeah, I would pay to not have ads, and I would pay to have them go away or to be skipped or whatever. Definitely.
I mean, essentially, if you're talking about $2, you're talking about saving $24 a year.
Yeah, and I mean, and
That's
the thing
not
is too
enough.
is at least for me, it's more about I don't care about the brands that are trying to advertise. I
Yeah.
care more about the person or the company that's making the product, and I'd rather the money be going to them specifically. You know what I mean? No,
No.
No, I get you.
Yeah, I'm 90% with you.
it's like I would rather pay a production company directly to get a product than paying a brand to pay for the company
Okay.
to pay to fund a product.
Now I'm with you.
Right.
Now I'm with you.
So
You-
like HBO, you pay HBO to make stuff.
Right.
You get Game of Thrones and True Detective and all that because HBO is getting your subscription money.
Yep.
But when you watch ABC, they're making shows because you're seeing ads and
Right.
the brands are paying for those shows.
Exactly. That's why
Yeah.
most of the content on even Netflix. I mean, think about it. It stormed in and kind of took over with great TV shows, great shows because they make stuff that people want to watch, not
Yeah.
stuff that sells shit to you.
And Netflix has a lot of belief in their product too. Like they'll put the money down for a full season before anyone sees anything. So without without any sort of testing, they'll pay for an entire season of House of Cards and then just throw the whole thing online for people to watch.
What I think, like, my favorite part about all of this is that I think, like, this model is very sustainable because I don't think Netflix is ever going to pump out the volume, at least not in the short term, that, like, that an ABC will.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
And so they can take their time picking up good shows or creating good shows, and, like, it will not affect the industry whatsoever, other than
Exactly.
people will watch shows on their network.
Or
Yeah.
they co-develop like Daredevil with Disney and things and all the animated stuff they're doing. They team up and do stuff together, and it works out really well.
It really does. So, I do want to move on to the next topic, but before I do, I have one question. Since HBO is picking up this show, if you could have any of these like paid subscription places pick up any property, what would you choose? I'm going to throw you on the spot, Chris.
If I could have HBO or Netflix, whatever, pick up a property that's currently on TV and then develop it, the DC universe.
Mm.
I would much
I'm going to
prefer
ask you to be more specific.
all of the television shows
No. Pick one.
that are DC
Chris.
related.
Pick one. I said one show at the beginning. Pick one.
Okay, let me flip it then. Okay,
Gotham.
no, we're good. I'll flip over.
Yeah, don't say Gotham.
I'm gonna flip over to sci-fi. Recently picked up the rights to oh my god, and I was pissed off about it too. John Scalzi, Old Man's War, and they are going to be doing Old Man's War, and I don't think they're going to do it
Hitting
justice.
the table. You should stop hitting the table.
Sorry, they are not going to do it justice. It needs to be on HBO.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Good answer. I like where your head's at. Sam, how about you?
I do not have an answer. I watch so much television so much television that I
So
like.
much television.
And to be honest, like it's also spoiled by the fact that like I really don't care about shows like Community anymore, and they obviously got picked up, and I don't think Yahoo did enough to make it good.
I thought it was
So like
okay.
to me, it would be more about like picking up a show that's gone off the air that I still enjoyed, and
That's fine too.
and really
It still fulfills the need of my question.
so to cheat just like Chris tried to do. Like, honestly, if a network or if one of these platforms could get Aaron Sorkin to write for TV again, like that's what I would want. I don't care. You can pick
Like get a get West Wing or Studio.
60 or even a continuation of the Newsroom. Heck,
Oh God, the Newsroom! I forgot about the Newsroom.
if you could just
Love
update
that
Sports
show.
Night, I'd be fine with that too. But like, I think the problem is there's too much focus for him on like movies that it's just maybe not worth it for him to put in the effort to do TV. So that's my short answer. Yeah, it'd be one of those shows that like has gone off the air that I would like to see more of. Is kind of the gist of that.
How about you, Mike?
My off the top of my head, my first pick, without a question or without a doubt, is Netflix picking up Firefly. If they could get Firefly,
I think that's a pretty easy answer.
if they could get Firefly and continue from Serenity and get all the cast back that was alive at the end of Serenity, no question, that would kill. Like, the geek world would explode.
Yeah.
There would be brain matter on the floor.
Yeah.
For sure. For me, I would have to say I would want like the budget that like Netflix has and have them pick up Heroes instead of Heroes Reborn coming to NBC again. Because I think that show could be so great, and it was. I found it great for the first 2 seasons. And, I mean, the way it was supposed to go in Season 2, I think, would have been amazing. And if they were to somehow pick it up and redo
Well, we all know the
Season
writer's
2.
strike killed that show.
It destroyed
Yeah,
that show.
no, absolutely.
It also killed a whole bunch of shows that were actually pretty good. Have you ever seen the Riches?
Yes.
Such a good show. I was excited. Season 1, Season 2, it ended on a cliffhanger. Gone.
Just never came back.
Writer's strike. Screw the writers.
Heroes is an interesting show though, because I just 1 and 2 were pretty good, and then just never picked it up. I'm hopeful for Reborn.
I'm hopeful for Reborn, too.
I think
I
everyone's
am
I
more
would
hopeful
like-
now than when they announced it.
I would like to see it grittier.
Yes. What
You know,
I've always
that's-
wanted to see, what I've always had in mind, is I wanted to see like a version where Heroes, Jumper, and Push could all kind of merge.
Oh my
merged
God.
together.
Because I thought them on their own had a lot.
That
of
would
potential,
be really freaking
and they
cool.
fit well. They just didn't work on their own for some reason.
All right. So let's go ahead. Let's start moving into the final topic, which goes to Mike. What is
What
your
did we
topic?
decide my topic was?
yeah.
We're going Fantastic Four, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's
Movie
right.
that came out.
So yeah, I saw Fantastic Four last week. Was it last week? I guess. And I know Ben's read it. I know I sent it to Sam, but I wrote.
Great
read
article.
it.
You guys
I
should check
wrote-
it out. It's on writecontempt.com. WRITECONTEMPT.com.
Yes,
So
thank you.
definitely.
I wrote 2 articles that are thousands of words of just everything wrong.
Vitron?
Not even everything wrong. I didn't even go to a lot of issues with like Doctor Doom and stuff. I just wrote a lot about general basic
Thank you, Sam.
stuff that just ruined that movie, and just I don't even know where else to go. Who else saw it? I know Ben didn't see it.
I did not see it.
I've
I
seen
saw
it.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I
feel like
I
I've
have
seen
enough friends who told me not to see it.
Yeah, I think everyone. Okay, so let me explain. I saw it because of a certain, ability to do something called torrenting. So I went ahead. Yeah, I wasn't going to pay money to see that movie, and I'm glad that I didn't. It pretty much it was everything. After I read your article is when I actually said, you know what, I need to go find this to find out if it really this bad. Could everyone just be losing their minds? And no, you guys were all 100% right. It was horrible and unexcusable, really. Like it was such a. I loved the Fantastic Four growing up. It was a great, everything about them was awesome. I love Mr. Fantastic, and they made it seem like he was a complete idiot for the entire movie, on top of all the other things wrong. Which explain this? How is it that you can have one teacher for 7 years of your life, be Reed Richards, one of the most, he is smarter than everyone else in the Marvel universe, really.
Yeah. Combined.
And no one realizes that.
Yeah.
And you do not win the science fair. Oh, which, by the way, is also being taken place with elementary school students for some reason that no one knows about.
Reed was just kept back in the 5th grade for 7 years. That's what happened.
Is that
they
what
didn't tell you that part.
Okay. I feel better knowing that. I'm sorry.
I think there's a lot of little issues, like just behind the scenes production issues with that. I mean,
yes.
I feel like when that movie started, it felt like it was maybe...
Wasn't Fox currently trying to sue the director?
Probably.
For how terrible that movie was?
It doesn't really have to do with the movie. Apparently, the director was very withheld during the production, and held himself up like intense, and just didn't want to deal with how bad it was. Yeah. And he trashed the house he was renting.
In Florida, right?
Sorry, what?
No, it was in Georgia, like not Georgia, in Mississippi.
I thought it was in
Louisiana.
Florida.
I think it was
Louisiana. Sorry, New Orleans area.
Yeah,
that's what
right.
I meant to say.
Yep.
there was a lot, and then of course they reshot some of the movie like 6 months after they wrapped, which is very noticeable with Sue Storm's hair throughout. The color and the cut changes in between shots in half the movie. I mean,
that's not noticeable though.
There's a whole thing about the Fantastic Car in the movie that's not even actually in the movie because they cut it all out. Like, the entire ending was changed in the reshoots. So who knows what the original movie was?
Hopefully not that.
He argues that they made it worse, but they might have made it better.
Oh God! Isn't that terrifying to think of?
It really was. It was everything that could be wrong with it was wrong with it. Like, Sue Storm was marginalized. Ben Grimm had one emotion. He never
talked to another character other than Reed.
It made the original one that came out in the theaters look like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
So
it made it look like the best movie that I've ever it's amazing. It's a genius movie.
So here's my question.
What's up, Sam?
Like, big picture, is this good? Like, is this good for movies in general? Given that, like, we've been getting so many reboots, so many superhero movies. Like, is this gonna like put studios at least looking outward in their production, just be like, maybe we don't need to reboot this series again because I think or people are gonna be like, this one-time fluke.
So, I think people are going to see, oh hey,
just because it's
Fantastic Four still can't be redone. Can't be made to look awesome.
Yeah,
which is it's a shame, but because Fantastic Four as a comic, they're fun comics.
Really though?
I mean, they're very hokey.
I feel like Fantastic Four, like, it was one of the big hits back in the day, early Silver Age, and then it's been coasting ever since.
Mm-hmm. Well,
they do better appearing in.
They're really good when they come over. Yeah, they're very good crossover guest stars.
Fair enough.
I give them that because they are there. It is a little bit silly. Those are the powers that combine to defeat things. It's so random.
Yeah, I think if if Fantastic Four were to ever succeed off the page, it would be as a TV show of some sort, and probably just a cartoon.
I think they
I
just need
think,
to throw them into the Marvel Universe. Not this cast, though, because I don't think a single
No.
person in that cast was right for any of it.
No.
Yeah.
None of them. Not a single person. The Reed Richards guy maybe wanted, like, I really want to go find him and just punch him for even trying to do that movie.
That's not
And I
bad.
know that
Punch the
he
casting
was
director.
horrible. Like, honestly, the original cast for the first movie was pretty darn good.
Yeah, they were
With the
bad.
exception of Jessica Alba.
No. Even she.
No, I didn't.
I enjoyed
I didn't
Fury.
like her in that part.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
And that's Ben.
Anyway,
What?
the way I would do a Fantastic Four movie, especially after the two that we've gotten, the two series that we've gotten, it wouldn't be a Fantastic Four movie. It'd be a Doctor Doom movie. Like, I think that's the only way
Mm-hmm.
to really
Yeah.
pull the Fantastic Four into a cinematic
That's
universe.
another thing. The villain Doctor Doom is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's huge.
I mean,
Since everyone already
he-
knows everything,
he
if you made, like, a
successfully
Doom origin movie,
separates the Hulk from Bruce Banner. For God's sakes.
Yeah.
if you made like a Doctor Doom like origin movie, is what you're saying, and then
Basically.
had the Fantastic Four come in, that would be
They would be throughout the movie because I mean, Reed would be Doom's like roommate in college or whatever, and then he kicks him out, and like you could do that like the entire Doom storyline and have all the Fantastic Four like interspersed and explained,
Yeah.
but follow
See?
Doom because he's a much more interesting character to follow.
So write that, because that
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah,
I
Is that
would, I
easy?
would watch that.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll
I
get
would
made, but I'd watch it.
No, it won't.
So
Unfortunately.
I mean, we know that during production they had already greenlit Fantastic
A
Four
sequel.
2.
And they haven't said anything yet, have they?
Which
they've
is
already canceled it.
hilarious.
Oh, they
They
did.
They finally canceled it. They did it 3 days ago. They canceled it, and in its place, they've replaced it with Deadpool 2.
Oh,
So
this is the best thing to happen to comic
I think so
books,
too.
then. Huh.
I think that's I think it's
This
a
is
good way to go.
win-win-win.
We'll see what happens when Deadpool comes out. I think Deadpool's gonna be great, so I'm sure it's
Yeah.
safe. But
Absolutely.
um,
When we're finally going to have a rated R
yes,
comic book movie.
well, I mean, we had Blade, but
Oh, yeah, I guess there was Blade.
that was
Dun-dun.
way early.
Yeah.
It was. I actually
forgot
just
about
watched
Blade.
The Expendables 3 with Wesley Snipes in it, and I went, I watched that, and I liked all the Blade references he made, which was pretty good. But yeah, there were points where I was like, really? Why did I watch that?
Fox's side of things is interesting right now. Well, it'll once Apocalypse comes and Deadpool comes, who knows what's gonna happen with Fantastic Four? They might actually release Fantastic Four to Disney, which I would love, but they're so antagonistic toward each other. Who knows?
Yeah. And Disney is making characters that I don't think could ever stand alone. So maybe they could
Yeah.
pull off a Fantastic Four movie. Although I
I would
still don't
watch
think they're going to pull off a Black Panther movie, but that's just me.
I think you might be surprised.
Yeah.
I will happily be surprised
Yeah.
about that. Okay, I just I don't see it. I don't see Black Panther
just-
without the X-Men.
You just don't like T'Challa? I see.
It's not even that. It's just
It's gonna be fine because you're gonna watch Civil War and they're gonna hook you.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
there.
You're gonna be there for Black Panther, no question.
Yeah. All the ones that are
I
done by
am
Marvel
going to
Studios,
see
have
every
been good.
comic book movie that comes out.
except
period.
Fantastic Four.
Well, I'm still going to watch Fantastic Four.
You don't know. Just
It's worth
just
watching.
that-
Just don't.
Let's
let them
be
assume
honest.
it's
I
successful.
am going to watch it. But yeah, no,
It's cool to hate. It's cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
you know
that's
what
why
I
people
what I
watch
might
this
do?
show.
I might watch Fantastic Four when Mystery Science Theater does a riff tracks on it,
Oh, that would be pretty good.
because that would be fucking hilarious.
I don't know if I could build anything out of Fantastic Four.
Oh really?
I don't.
I haven't seen it, so I don't.
You
I don't
just,
know
like,
if there's
say
even
the
a-
same thing over and over again.
I
This
don't know
is
if there's
still
any
soup.
story there. I don't know. I don't think
It's
it's
so
redeemable in any way.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and start to wrap up. Before we do, though, I do want to remind everyone that November 7th of this year, we are holding an Extra Life 24-hour gaming event, a live event, actually. So if you are in the Bay Area on November 7th, it's going to be a lot of fun. We are holding an event at a place called D20 Games in Alameda, California. It's in the East Bay. And we are going to be raising money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And we're going to have a bunch of board games, card games. We're probably going to do trivia, charades, you name it. We're going to do it.
Can we stream trivia?
Yeah, absolutely. I already have some things planned for streaming trivia. As a matter of fact, I'll talk to you about it after the show, Sam. I don't want to say anything on stream.
No spoilers.
Are there plans for out of town guests to be available?
Yes, there are absolutely plans to incorporate out of town friends to join in. We're going to be doing a lot of through stream board gaming and video gaming and all that sort of stuff. So don't worry, Mike. You will have your chance to be a part.
Sweet.
Of the Extra Life event. And the biggest thing, we've got a bunch of cool prizes that we're going to be giving away. I've got some Doctor Who themed stuff, some Marvel themed stuff. I've got some pretty neat stuff that I'm giving away. But the coolest thing in that is a original PlayStation, a PSX, as Sam likes to call it.
As it is called.
No, as Sam likes to call it. Signed by the entire crew of Kinda Funny Games.
Yes.
So Greg Miller, Nick Scarpino, Tim Geddes, Colin Moriarty have all signed it. Exactly. And hashtag Colin was right. As well as some of the IGN Beyond folks. I got Andrew Goldfarb's signature. I have Marty Sleeva's signature. All on this working PSX, so you can still plug it in. That comes with a controller. It comes with all the cords. You can plug it into your TV, and you can, play Jet Moto.
You know what you should do, Ben? You should
What's that?
do like a poll on the show of viewers, so you have to go pick out a game to buy to be included with it.
Oh, you know what?
That's
That is
That sounds like a good idea.
That is a great idea. So
The winner's going to be
viewers-
Final Fantasy VII, but
That's expensive. That's probably
That's
more
very
expensive than the PSX.
I have two of
yeah,
them.
no, it's like a
Probably at
$90
least
game.
$40 to $60 for an
Oh.
old game.
Anyways, so that being said, anyone on iTunes, anyone on YouTube, anyone on Twitch right now listening, go ahead and tweet at me. My Twitter name is @BRidiculous, BRIDDICKULOUS, with a game, a PlayStation 1 game, that you would like included in this bundle. And I will do my best to include it in the bundle.
Hey,
And all you have to... I'm sorry?
$30.
There we go.
That's not
That
bad.
I can do. And all you have to do is every $5 donation you make to our Extra Life team gets you a single raffle ticket. And the night of the live show, November 7th, I will be pulling a random name out of a hat, and whoever's name I pull out of said hat wins the prizes, including that really awesome PSX.
The night
Working.
before the raffle, I will be rigging the raffle. So
So keep an eye on that. If you want to participate, www.nkrn.org/extra life. You can get it there. And just because I'm afraid of being skinned alive, or no, I'm afraid of someone skinning their ferret alive with a rusty blade. I'm just going to say hi to Gun 2020.
Hello.
Hi, Gun 2020.
oh,
So
that's
yes.
intense.
Yeah, I know, right? Although I should have not said anything because, job security. I'm a veterinary nurse. I would have had to do something about that, right? So, yes, participate in that. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for joining the show. Special thanks to the Twitch chat. You guys have been awesome tonight in your participation. I love you guys. Remember, if you're listening on iTunes or on YouTube, every Monday night, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, you can join in the chat. www.twitch.tv/ridiculous rants. And 7:30 Pacific time.
You should probably join at 7:30 Pacific Daylight Time.
You're right, it is daylight right now.
Months.
It's not standard.
Freaking
It's
daylight
PDT
savings
right
time.
now, not PST.
Fucking worst.
I worked
And
Nazi.
make sure for any of your updates on anything Nerdy Nights related, nkrn.org is the place to get it. You can find me on Twitter. My name is @BeRidiculous. Sam is @DJ Fluffkins.
Or at Ben Riddick.
Or @Ben Riddick, apparently, because he decided that I could no longer have my name. And Chris is @CBunani.
Yep.
Which, good luck spelling that. Have fun.
Somewhere in there.
And Mike is Mike5. MAKV.
Yes,
MAIKV.
Mike V.
Wait, what is it?
Oh, yeah.
It is
M-A-
Mike V, but it's stupid in Japanese and it's confusing. MAIKV.
Yes. And of course, you can also find his work at www.writecontempt.com. It's some awesome stuff. So definitely keep that in mind.
Yes.
And I believe that is all I have to say. We will see you next week with another Nerdy Night Radio. We will see you this Thursday for Nightly Novels. Guys, it has been one nerdy ass night. Have a good one. And now I gotta awkwardly scoot myself up.
Hey, Ben.
The best.
There's all these people showing up in the chat after the show's over.
I know, right? Like 6 different random people have joined now that we're ending. By the way,
you
I
can
might
just keep
start
it going.
streaming Borderlands in about 10-15 minutes. So if you are in the chat right now, you could come watch that in a few minutes.
Wait, we're still streaming?
Yeah.